What's up with it, man? Paul Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. It was much highly anticipated after 3 years being outside of the ring what Keith, one time Thurman, was going to look like stepping up against the opponent, Barrios. He exceeded expectations. He defeated Barrios by unanimous decision. And clearly, came in and dominated the fight. I thought that, even though, and look, I'm going to say this, I'm not the biggest Keith Thurman fan, but nevertheless, I still give him his just due. I picked Barrios. That's what I was telling the homie. Monty Brown, shout out to him. Excellent coverage of the fight yesterday. If you're not sub to Monty Brown TV, definitely go sub to the channel, bringing day-to-day content when it comes to the sport of boxing. Um, and he's very knowledgeable about the game too as well, and one of the LDBC brothers too as well. So salute to Monty Brown. And salute to all of the guys, all of the brothers that were affiliated with the LDBC. I know I saw Blue Blood covering the fight too. Salute to him too. Now, here's the thing though, and I think that people were really just talking about this segment right here. Keith Thurman called out Errol Spence, and look, let's not get ahead of ourselves, all right? I know you just want to fight and everything, and you know that's all fine and dandy. But Errol Spence is not no Mario Barrios. That's not taking anything away from Barrios. It's just that Errol Spence is on a whole nother level, and I think that Keith Thurman, he sees that the division is evolving without him, and so he wants to get in and get some fight. Look, I don't I don't knock any of these guys for coming back in and jumping right back into the ocean and getting back, hit the ground running and stuff. And I commend her. And as a matter of fact, people were wanting him to go ahead and jump right back into the ocean right away. He said, "Okay, I needed to tune up." Okay, he got past Mario Barrios. Now, am I sitting here feeling like Keith Thurman is just gonna go right in there and give Errol Spence a run for his money? No, I don't feel that way. I really don't feel that way. What's up with it, Max? I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Anthony Starr Network. But yeah, I really don't feel that way. You know, if he's coming back into the game after a 3 year layoff, and especially with the sport of boxing, man, whether it's boxing, basketball, football, any sport that pertains to having rhythm or whatnot, a lot of people they have to get the timing back, they have to get the rhythm back, and boxing, man, he's just not gonna come right in. There's some young, hungry lions that's ready to take everybody's food right now. You got Jerron Ennis, who's on the come up right now, ready to. He's calling out everybody, and everybody's like, "Nah, he's not ready. We'll put him in there. And let's find out." That's my whole thing, right? You know, Charlo and Canelo, who everybody wants. Everybody wants Canelo for the simple fact is, they want him on their resume, and also they would like to have a payday too. I think that's what Caleb Plant did too as well. I respect him. He was afraid of the attack. You talk about Thurman Banks, because he lost to Pac-Man, and Pac-Man got him in that one. You know, uh, but Pac-Man's a warrior. Yeah. Okay, look, Pac-Man's a warrior. Okay, and he's on a whole nother level. Matter of fact, some people are at there. There's rumors that Pac-Man is supposed to try to make a comeback, but I'm like, nah, he need to sit down somewhere with that. You know what I'm saying? As well as Mayweather. I don't want any of them coming back really. But yeah, with Pac-Man, he he did. He took a hit with that right there. With Keith Thurman losing because at one time, Keith Thurman was seen, and we talking about a decade ago, Max. He was on that level. People were putting him on that level of the Spence and the Crawford at that time. Right now, people not really amped to see, Thurman, versus anybody or whatever because they gotta see him get back to where he was. But at one time, they wanted to see the Thurman versus uh, Spence, or they wanted to see the Thurman versus Crawford. That's what they wanted to see. And all these guys, they weren't going at each other. But see, back in our days, Max, nah, if they at that fight, I mean, if they're at that press conference, they calling your ass out, and guess what? Then they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna make it happen, Captain. Win, loss, or draw. That's one of the things that I commend about my era is because they didn't care about Manny Pacquiao. He don't care. He got a couple of losses on his record, but he's still out there fighting. But a lot of these guys are so worried about the donut. They worried about losing their O or somebody's O got to go and all that shit. Look, if you lose, you lose. Canelo, he lost to Mayweather. Guess what? He bounced back. He bounced back. Um, nah, man, I'm not gonna say that. I disagree with that. Thurman wasn't afraid. Matter of fact, he was. Are you talking about Manny Pacquiao, or are you talking about Spence? Because if you're talking about Spence, I mean, there is a, you know, I don't like to say afraid to fight. No, I think he was afraid of taking an L. That's I put it like that. I put it more so like that. Now, if it's like Crawford and Spence or something like that, yeah. Uh, but Spence never was afraid to fight anybody. And see, when Spence gets back into this ring and does his work, I just want everybody to just shut up, man, for real. Because they talk about Spence. It was either for a while Spence was ducking this guy, ducking that guy, or Crawford was ducking this guy, ducking that guy. We all know the situation with Crawford. Crawford, it was a money thing, or it had to do with the promotion. Bob Arum, he's a snake and always has been. You know, but I don't think that I just think like putting it like he's scared, hiding up under the bed or something like that. Nah, I think it's more so some guys just don't want to lose they don't want to lose that undefeated because Mayweather pretty much kind of laid the foundation for like, oh yeah, you got to be 50-0 and everything, unblemished and stuff, and that's what people want to see. It's like if you lose, if you have one loss in the loser column, then people look at you, crazy or something like that. But I never looked at it like that because it's like how many fights have you fought? That's why like when people like they argue with me and they try to come with the logic saying that Mayweather, he's the greatest ever and stuff like that. Nah, you got to go back and you got to go look at Sugar Ray Robinson's record. Go look at Sugar Ray Robinson's record and look how many people he fought. Then you'll be like, damn. But I've already went down that road again. I mean, I've already went down that road. I'm not gonna go down that road again. You said Manny. You said I was one of the people who believed in Thurman. I never took them too serious. I actually took Crawford more serious than I took Thurman. To be honest with you, Max, I I took him way more serious. The reason why is because you know I knew back then you didn't see it as much, but I knew he was stuck in a situation where his hands were tied and stuff like that. Now that Crawford has been released, or he's not under with Bob Arum and all that anymore. Now, okay, we get to see what Crawford is really about, and as far as Spence, he from my state, and Spence, he's always ready to jump back in the ocean with the sharks, ready to swim, man. He's not really trying to sit up there take no breaks or anything. Look at he was in a car accident, took a little bit of a layoff here. Guess what? He back in the ring fighting Danny Garcia. So it's just like to me, it's a certain type of mentality that I like, and that's why like I like Canelo. Listen, people try to come at me all the time with this little, oh well, first and foremost they say, well he ain't black, man. Nigga, I can give a fuck less what color you is. Nigga, what do you bring to the table in terms of your talent, right? He was making Sugar Shane look silly the night he fought him, so that's what cleaned me on to Canelo, and I said, man, I think I might have discovered the the next nigga that's gonna run boxing, and this was on the Mayweather undercard, right? Then they try to come with the, oh well, he hadn't fought anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's African American. Oh, go look at his resume. Matter of fact, he fought the one guy who a lot of people were afraid to fight because they figured, okay, well, I might take an L in Mayweather, right? Then on top of that, they try to come with the icing on the cake, which is really not no icing. Shit, probably some toothpaste or some bullshit with the whole steroid ordeal. Listen, that's cap because it was a small little amount of clenbuterol that was found in his system, and that was from him eating some meat, which happens all the time in not only Mexico, in various countries around the world. You know that, Max. You've been around the world, man. Like you could eat something or whatever, and you could literally, you could have something in your system and not even know it because of the stuff, the different stuff that they do to the animals. And it's not really that common that they do that. You know, in terms of the vegetables and the fruit. But with the meat, yeah, it's very common. Well, they took your hair samples, and with the hair sample, that would show whether or not you have been doing steroids for a long time. Guess what? He tested negative. So that clears that argument right there, right? And then on top of that, you got people out here, saying that, oh yeah, well, they try to come with different excuses not to like the man or something like that. Man, look, just get a man his just due. And if you don't like him, you gotta respect him because he doesn't duck anybody. He fights whoever's in front of him. With Caleb Plant, people were like, "Oh yeah, man, he fights like Mayweather, or he's a better boxer," and all this other stuff. Got his ass mollywop when he stepped up in there. And they've been doing that every time he goes up. Oh well, he lost against Triple G. No, he didn't. He didn't. I mean, he was close the first fight, but he didn't lose. That next fight, he came forward. And he fought Mexican style, which everybody wanted him to see. But see, that's the thing about Canelo that y'all don't understand, and that's what separates him from all the other fighters. Oh well, he fights flat-footed. No, he doesn't. I mean, every now, I mean, he for the majority of the time he fights flat-footed, but he can also bounce too. Don't get it twisted. His footwork is just as insane as his hand speed and quickness in ring. And let's not talk. We shoot. I haven't even mentioned the ring IQ. The one thing, man, that separates a lot of people, I mean, the one thing that separates Canelo from a lot of the fighters in the game too is his poise, his composure, and his patience. See, when he fights Charlo, I already know he's gonna beat Charlo just on poise and composure alone. He was already fighting like a savvy veteran. What's up with it, Jelly Bean? I see you in the building, bro. Jelly Bean 4280. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie Jelly Bean, man. He got gaming over there, boxing, and plenty of other stuff over there, man. So if you snowed in or you cold, all that other stuff, go holler at Jelly Bean, man. He be on that NBA 2K, be on all that, man. I like Sean Porter. He was a heart, not a skill. I like to see him train by Mayweather. Yeah, well, Mac, he was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Sean Porter was ready to go, and I like Sean Porter too. A lot of people don't like his style. Uh, I like his style. I like the fact that he's able to win, loss, or draw. Pretty much, he fought them all. I like the fact that he's not afraid to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like he fought pretty much everybody in the welterweight division. Okay, did he win? No, but who would you rather have? Would you rather have Sean Porter or AB or Adrian Broner? You see what I'm saying? And listen, Adrian Broner, he from a talent perspective, coming into the game, people projected him to possibly. They were always trying to find that next Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? That next apparent, and they chose AB, but AB's head wasn't right. It's just like yesterday, Carissa Shield, she won. Somebody had the audacity to sit up here and say that Carissa Shield, um, she wasn't. She only got 2 knockouts and stuff like that. Nigga, it don't matter if you got 2 knockouts on your record or not. You know what I'm saying? It matters if you getting a W. And she clearly got ring IQ too. And on top of that, Earl Spence said that Carissa Shield hung with her in sparring. That's Earl Spence. That's her sparring the guy. Carissa Shield, she spars with men, and nobody's beating Clarissa Shields at this point in time. Maybe in MMA, you know what I'm saying? She got a little taste of what it was like in the MMA, but I commend her for at least trying. She actually won a bout. She won a bout, lost a bout in MMA. In MMA. Oh yeah, I fuck with Clarissa Shields. Now we got to see how she does against Savannah, though. Sean Porter's fought needs to get him out of the jump hook. It's not good for a fighter to be. See, see, there's a thing with that, Max. You know, his father tried to tell him another game plan, but guess what, Max? He didn't want to listen to his father going into that game plan when they fought Crawford. If you go back and you go look at that fight with Sean Porter and Crawford, Max, that was not Sean Porter. Okay, go look at the difference between Sean Porter when he fought Errol Spence, and then Sean Porter when he fought Crawford, and you'll see there's an entirely different Sean Porter in the way, just his whole demeanor and his body language and the way that he was fighting. But Kenny, people got on Kenny and stuff like that. But look, um, you know, after people realized that Sean Porter was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and on top of that, he didn't properly train like his father wanted him to. Then guess what? Then people wanted to start giving Kenny Porter his just due. But he had been telling people. He told Sean Porter, "You're not ready for this fight," and that's why he ultimately stopped. That's like me training my son, right, Max? That's like me training my son and Jelly Bean, training my son, and we are we training him. You know what I'm saying, so that he could, eventually get up to the speed with some of the collegiate players in basketball. And I'm telling him, what to do, but he's not applying nothing that I tell him, and don't even want to listen to anything that I say, and being stubborn. And then he gets up in there, and next thing you know, he's unsuccessful. Hey, that blame don't fall on me. That's gonna fall on him. That's gonna fall on him. Yeah, it's over for Sean Porter though. Um, man, he pretty much done, Max. And like I said, I like Sean Porter. I like his style a lot, but he's not you know man, he just need to stick to his podcast and trying to do what we do, Max. You know what I'm saying? He need to just stick to that. He got a personality out this world though. Sean's something else, man. He's still he's still a decent dude and everything, but I just think, man, he's done a lot. And in my opinion, I think he'll be a Hall of Famer. I think he'll be a Hall of Famer. I mean, that's just me speaking, though. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for everybody else, you know. But man, I'm finna go ahead and get my day started. I got lots of more content coming, man. Hey, salute to Max, man. I appreciate you pulling up. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel over there at the Ebony Star Network with him and Dame. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie Jelly Bean 4280, man. Tell them, man, like the video, share, subscribe, hit them notifications. Got basketball coming up. We're gonna talk some football. Matt, we gotta talk about, man, what the fuck going on in the NFL too, bro. We gonna get on that. Hopefully you pull up. That's what I'm gonna open up the panel. Couldn't up the panel right now, man, because I'm doing a lot of stuff or whatever. So but definitely, man, we gonna cook on that, man. Tell them, man. Like I said, like it, share, subscribe to the channel. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'm gonna get at you later.